Hey, it's Chris Brogan. You're watching Path TV.
Welcome back to another episode of Path TV. I'm your host, Ruben Quinones. I have the co-founder and CEO of Path Interactive. No, we didn't start over here. There is no editing. Everybody gets this treatment. You just start off. Wearing the Path Interactive colors too.
Yes, we're wearing
Yes.
orange.
Social media predictions for 2011. For the month of December, I have a few guests, thought leaders that are actually going to share their predictions. And we want to start off with Michael Coppola here. Again, CEO and co-founder of Path Interactive. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing good.
Good to
Thanks
have you
for
on.
having me.
Yeah, finally to have you on
Finally.
the show. The face behind the company.
One of the faces.
Yeah.
One of the faces.
So,
I think next year, if this wasn't an interesting year for everyone, I don't know.
any of the last 5 years.
Yeah,
it's pretty hectic.
It's been pretty wild, and some of the things that we predicted last year have come through, and I think we're going to see a couple of trends continue. One in particular is really that integration of social into the natural search algorithm. So
Right. So more and more of that. We had Bing and Facebook. I don't know if that's fully completed yet, but they're integrating. You'll see more and more of that.
you'll see more integration, but I think what we're going to see specifically is more of the actual user-generated content that's being delivered through social, influencing the sentiment of how things are being ranked, which is very, very interesting. And I think it's going to take a while, but it ultimately will have to play into what Google deems as an important site, less important site, based on the conversations that are happening.
So a good example would be, liking or commenting. The more comments or likes on a certain brand,
More reviews, comments,
will factor
likes,
into search
shares.
results.
Absolutely.
Right.
With the open graph,
Or the Facebook graph,
Or the
or
Facebook
whatever you want to call it.
whatever you want to call it, it's just giving more opportunities to capture that data. Specifically, another prediction is really what's happening with local.
Right.
So, we've seen a major change in the back end of the year with the local algorithm, and social is going to be a major influencer of that. Right now, they're, as of today, when everything changes, they're saying that, it's not a factor, whether someone has positive or negative reviews, but I don't see that really lasting.
Right.
But what's going to be contingent on that is going to be some of these networks cleaning up their act, getting control of the spamming that's out there, and being able to identify what's an authentic review or not authentic review. So word to the wise, be careful if you're employing any tactics involving non-authentic reviews.
Right.
Let's try and galvanize real customers, real support, and make true brand evangelists for businesses. And those companies are going to be far ahead of the curve when this change happens.
No, definitely. With everything is becoming more transparent as it is, so I can see that definitely becoming more of a factor, the authentic reviews. Anything else?
I think
Pretty specific ones.
geo-targeting.
Yep.
I think as adoption, Foursquare, other geolocation networks are increasingly, I think it's obvious it's going to have increasing adoption for next year, but I think we're also going to see a lot of that collapsing, into the actual networks.
Right.
So some of these external tools that are coming out, we're going to see the networks like Facebook in particular providing more of those, services within their network.
Right.
So I think Foursquare is going to pull through, but some of these underlying networks.
Well, what's interesting is they have the gaming mechanics behind them, and it's almost Facebook is playing more on the business side of it, where Foursquare is trying to play more to the audience with the gaming mechanics. And really, you and I and everybody younger kind of grew up with games, which is pretty interesting. So it's different than it would have been 10 years ago, where there's more of an adoption for that type of segment, playing an influence. social.
And you're gonna see this integration happen among all different media outlets, from, gaming consoles to TVs. We're really gonna get, a major influence in social media, in the standard search algorithms as well today, and these media outlets are gonna provide just another opportunity to make that influence more readily available.
Very cool, very cool. So those are some pretty good specific predictions to kick it off. And for the entire month of December, we're actually going to be having a few people over. So you watch out for those in the upcoming weeks. We can find you at MD Capola on Twitter.
Capola, Twitter.
Yeah, or just go to pathinteractive.com.
Or pathinteractive.com, LinkedIn, Michael
Yeah.
D. Capola,
Right.
MD Capola.
And if you've taken any classes at NYU's SEO, you'll be
Doing an SEO class, 2 classes this winter session, so
Those are all-day courses.
all
Those
day
are
courses,
the tough ones.
intensive. So we could talk about local SEO, SEO for brands.
Yeah.
We have a pretty tight curriculum for a 1-day class, so come check it out.
All right, very cool. Have a good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you're watching